people in the world. You know, you look at other sports and you know, you look at weightlifters and how hard these guys have to work to get to the level that they are at. You look at boxers, you look at tennis players, football players are the laziest bunch of guys out. And I'm not kidding when I say that. They're the laziest, and they've got an aura about them. They think this is the national sport, and they think that this is us. We've got an aura, and we think we're the best. But they're the laziest, probably, sportsmen out.
Pre-season training started on Tuesday the 26th of June, and for those players brave enough to submit themselves to it, laziness was not an option. Plenty of stretching, running, more running, even more running. A lot of football in sight, not pretty to watch, even less enjoyable to participate in. So what's the benefit for the players? Here's Coach Gordon Wilde.
Well, the long-term benefit will be they'll be playing on a Saturday. If they're not prepared to put a slog in at the start of the season, they certainly won't be playing on Saturday, because there's no beating about the bush. We've got a wee bit of money this year. We've spent a wee bit of money on one or two players to get them in, and that's no. And Spencer's not doing that just to sit at the wrong end of the table. He's doing that to sit at the right end of the table, and we can't carry passengers this year. And every one of the guys in there know that.
So maybe that explains the players' enthusiasm. Well, okay, maybe enthusiasm's the wrong word for Ian McKeever's fitness regime. Willingness, maybe. Here's what Joe Savage thinks.
Pre-season training, well, where do you start? We need to get it done. It's absolutely murder, but it keeps you in good stead for the start of the season. You need to really do it. And especially, I've not played since March, so I need to. My fitness has to get. I need to get better and better. And I need to lose a wee bit of weight. But the training we've had so far has been brilliant. It's been hard, but it's been brilliant. It's been enjoyable, and it's been good. It's been good. It's hard, but everybody needs to do it. No player likes pre-season. Nobody. But we have to do it to get yourself fit.
It's been a lot of running and very little ball work so far. You're hoping that's maybe going to change.
Hopefully change. But we did a bit of possession on Saturday there, which was good to get finally a touch of the ball. But as I say, the first couple of sessions, you need to get that running in. You need to get it done. I'm one of the ones that moans all the time. I'm sitting, when are we getting the ball out? When we get the ball out? But I know for a fact, hard work. We need to make that. We need to do the hard work. We really need to do it. I especially need to do it since, as I say, I've not played since March. But it's been good. It's been good, but hard.
Do you believe Ian McKeever when he tells you that you'll get some long-term benefit out of
Well,
it?
no, you have to trust Ian. Ian really knows what he's doing. Ian's been really good. His fitness and his stuff that he knows his stuff very well, and obviously his connections with Motherwell, which are Premier League clubs, so Ian knows what he's doing, and we all believe in Ian.
It's been tough. A lot of the other boys have said that, but given the fact that it's been about a year and a half since I hadn't been training, so it's been really hard for me. It's only taken me about the last 2 or 3 sessions to start getting a wee bit more fitter. So.
Is pre-season different for goalkeepers than other players?
Yeah, well, what it is that we goalies can do all the running and get as fit as we can, but then when we go back in to do our goalie stuff, it's a completely different fitness. So then we do all the running and then we go in to do the goalie stuff, and still, how you say it, unfit as well. Okay.
So you do everything that the other outfield players would do and then more?
Yeah, well, it's just because it's a completely different fitness, and then it just gets harder. Just like when you're diving up and down and all over the place, and you've still got a basic fitness, but still.
I mean, you've not been doing this at this level for a year. Has that been difficult for you to come back then?
Oh, definitely. It's the hardest thing. Being used to not doing anything, and then coming back and then trying to go back and trying to keep up with the boys. It's a hard thing to do.
And what do you make of the training regime? Has it been different for you?
Oh, obviously it's been different, but at this time of the year you have to do it to maintain a fitness for us through the season.
Yes, that's the man who's been causing all the grief. But the good news is, games are on the way. First up, Clyde.
It's not going to be a serious game as such. It's going to be that I'd like to get the players in and work their level of fitness, and most importantly get the ball down and get them passing it. So it'll be a bounce game for that aspect. It doesn't matter if we win 2 or 3 nothing or we lose 2 or 3 nothing, because it'll not be every player who is here at this present moment in time will be getting run out at some stage in that game. So I mean, people might look at it, they won or they lost. It's got nothing to do with the result as such. It's about the level of fitness and getting the ball out and giving everybody a wee shot before we head down south.
Unfamiliar surroundings for the team, and an unfamiliar team for the Shire fans who turned up to watch the game itself. Neither side treated the first half with any degree of seriousness, as you might imagine, but that didn't stop one or two robust challenges from going in, and those challenges got more physical as the game wore on. Half time, though, was goalless. Now watch up Shire's first goal of the new season. Scored by Andrew Brand, a nice free kick from just outside the Clyde penalty area. And it wasn't long before Paul McBride made it 2-0. Clyde pulled 2 goals back, but Shire got the right winner, 3-2 Shire.
I've got to safeguard my team at the end of the day, and we say, I mean, it's not always about results at the end of the day. But if you get the result, it's even better. You know, I've got to make sure that I don't go and say silly things. But you know, it's only a pre-season friendly at the end of the day. But it's a good. They're a decent side. Clyde had a lot of experience. I mean, they've got to bring a lot of players in, I would imagine. But I mean, they had Arbuckle playing up the park, they had Imrie playing there, they had McGregor at the back, they had their experienced goalkeeper in goal. So I mean, they had a lot of experienced players out there the other night, and I just think that actually all of our players the other night showed that, you know, it wasn't such a friendly. And to be fair, you know, there was a lot of tough tackling going on for both sides, and it made it a wee bit more competitive. And I think that's what we need, even such early at this early stage of the season. Generally, when you play pre-season friendlies, teams don't like that bit in the game. But I was quite happy for Clyde to throw it about so that we could maybe do a wee bit ourselves, you know.
That first outing against Clyde saw a mixture of old and new. New in David King, old in Derek Ure. So, what are the players' hopes for the new campaign?
Looking at the current squad of players that we have in there, I think we do have a good chance of sneaking a playoff place, but I'm sure there'll be more signings to come as well, so we can only get better.
How have you been fitting in with your new teammates and vice versa?
Oh, it's been brilliant. I've just kind of slipped in there. Everybody's just, they're brilliant, great dressing room, great laugh. It's probably one of the best dressing rooms I've been in, and I've only been here 2 weeks, and I can say that about the boys.
You really looking forward to the season?
Yeah, I can't wait to. Is it 4th of August? I think it starts. Can't wait to get into that first game. That's what you aim me, especially through pre-season, is getting to that first game of the season.
With the players we've got, definitely we could easily make the playoffs. Obviously, everybody wants to win. We want to win the league. That's the aim at the start of the season. Who cares about finishing 5th or 6th? You want to go as high as you can. We want to win the league, or we want to finish the playoffs, and that's what we'll try and do.
Every time I go out in a game, I always like to win it, and basically, if we can take it by game and accumulate the points as we go on, and never know how high we can go.
We want to finish, as high at the league as possible. People have talked about playoffs and that. I don't see why not. Got a good squad together, pushing on.
To play as much as I can and to score as many goals as I can as well. And obviously you want to win things. I know people are talking about getting to the playoffs and stuff, but if you can get to the playoffs, then I'm sure you can have another wee push and go on and maybe look at automatic promotion or winning it, do you know what I mean? But you obviously want to win as much as you can as well.